Good morning, everyone. Thank you for watching another video from Instinctive Seol on my YouTube channel. So today I want to talk about stress hormones, but I'm not talking about stress hormones from like your stresses throughout the day in your life and your stress levels. I'm talking about, or what I want to talk about is, are we adding more stress hormones to our bodies from the foods that we choose to consume, the foods that we choose to eat? So I think we all can agree that we all have stress hormones going through our bodies. It's natural, it's human. We all have stresses, even if it's just your normal everyday stresses. You're running late, someone cuts you off, someone rear-ends you, you spill your coffee, you lose your keys, whatever it might be. We have stresses all day, every day, little stresses. So for most of us, our goal is to try to lower our stress level, which lowers our stress hormones, because stress hormones they're not good for our health. They lower our immune system, they cause inflammation, and they can contribute to other health issues. So we all know that. We can all agree to that, right? We already know all this. However, let's think of it this way. Why would we add more stress hormones to our body from the foods that we choose to eat? So as we all know, it's been social media, everyone knows that some farms from animals, and we'll just use chickens for an example, but it's the same thing for cows and and pigs and whatnot. We know that some farms, the living environment for these animals is inhumane. But it's not just, it goes beyond the fact that they're inhumane, which is horrible. We all agree on that needs to change. But it goes to the fact that these animals live in a condition that they're constantly stressed. They're constantly stressed with these stress hormones flooding their body. So they're not healthy because when we have stress hormones flooding our body and we're stressed out, we're not healthy. It lowers our health like severely. So these animals are not healthy, first of all, because they're constantly in a state of stress, being flooded with stress hormones in their bodies, and then we eat them. They're sick, that's why they're given antibiotics, they're stressed out, they're not living a good life, a good environment, and then we eat them, we consume them. And when we do, we're consuming all those stress hormones that were going through them and their body from their living condition. We're taking in any illness they have, their immunity issues too caused from the stress, but we're taking in those stress hormones. Even our eggs that we eat, they're going to produce sick eggs, lower quality eggs with high stress hormones, because their bodies were constantly flooded with stress hormones from being stressed out from their living conditions. So ask yourself, why would you do that? Why would you add to your stress hormones in your body by choosing to consume foods that have high stress hormones in it from the living conditions that these animals were living in? And so whenever I talk about that, yes, it's part of health is choosing the foods that you eat, such as not eating processed foods. Don't eat chips, don't eat, wheat, don't eat dairy. These are not good foods for you. But the other part that I say is it's also a lot to do with the quality of the foods that you consume. So the quality being, is it going to come from animals that are sick, that are constantly in a state of stressed out with stress hormones flooding through them due to their living conditions? So that's what I talk about. So one of the things, real quick, I wanted to tell you that I look for when I choose my foods is that I choose foods from animals that are pasture raised, that were raised with organic food, that have their living conditions are healthier and better, so they don't have these stress hormones going through them, that were not pumped with steroids and hormones and antibiotics, because the reason they were pumped with antibiotics is because they were sick due to their living conditions, and because they were pumped with these steroids and hormones causing them to grow faster, to grow bigger, faster than what their bones can handle and sustain, causing illnesses as well and health issues. So these are the things that I look for when I choose the foods to buy. So it doesn't have to do with brand, it has to do with the quality of the food. So I hope that gave you some food for thought today. Next time you go grocery shopping, think about that when you're choosing your foods. And other than that, everyone, have a great and fabulous day.